Hello and welcome to another update for my Mets Realm theme team and Out of the Park Baseball 25 Perfect Team. This is the year 2051, and in the previous update, you saw that my team didn't make the playoffs and had a very bad record and barely survived relegation. And I also acquired Kodai Senga as one of my pitchers, so only use them a few times. And so going into this season, we're hoping we do a lot better and hopefully make the playoffs and survive relegation. So uh, definitely both of those two things, we're at least trying to get at least one of them. And so if you're new to the channel, just want to remind you that this is what I do is tell you the stats, and then you can guess the record at the end when I reveal my record. And also my team is a theme team, a Mets from theme team. So any card that has the Mets on them is a card that is eligible. So let's get right to it and talk about my pitching. So Christian Scott, not very good. 11 and 14, 4.46 ERA, and unfortunately did not do as well as I would have hoped. This is probably his worst season. Previous season, 3.88 ERA, and previously 3.82. Just did significantly worse than I would have hoped, and very disappointing. My next pitcher is Tom Seaver, and he's 11 and 16 with a 3.93 ERA. Not a horrible ERA, but not what it's. I was kind of hoping he would be a little bit better, but yeah, not particularly great. Not happy. But he did have a better second half than the first half, so I'm happy about that. And then we got Kodai Senga, his first year, and he's got a 3.05 ERA with a 15 and a 14 record. And I'm actually kind of happy with how he did. He did a lot better than I thought. Usually cards that look good don't always perform to their potential, but his card did. He didn't always have that 3 ERA the entire season, but it materialized where it needed to be. So I'm happy where he ended up, and in future seasons, he'll probably be my first starter. And then Jacob deGrom, a 4.46 ERA, 9 and 14. One of those pitchers that's just not performing to what you would expect from him, not as good as he needs to be. And then you got Bobby Ojeda. I invested a lot into him. A 4.71 ERA, definitely not where he needs to be, but he did a little bit better near the end, but not what I was hoping. So very disappointed in my pitching, and hopefully they bounce back next season. Let's go to our pen. All right, so we got Tug McGraw, 29 saves, 3.74 ERA. Not too great, but not horrible. Usually want the closer to be under 3, but not a whole lot of good in the pen this time around, as you can see. So Skip Lockwood, 4.31 setup. Not particularly great. I had a lot of people swapping in and out of the setup role the entire season, so not particularly amazing. And yeah, Nolan Ryan, 4.6868 ERA. Once again, not particularly great. Was kind of hoping he would be better, but he did have a better beginning than the end of the season, so that's that. Billy Wagner, 4.83 ERA, very disappointing. Invested a lot in him, and he has not really worked out that well. Roger McDowell, 4.81 ERA, same thing. invested a decent amount into him, and he hasn't really done anything. Jesse Orosco, he is a silver card. I invested a lot in him. He's got a 4.66 ERA, but like I said, invested a lot. Not particularly great results, but I'm not entirely surprised with Orosco. And then we have Viola with a 3.22 ERA as a long reliever, and yeah, not particularly amazing and not horrible. And Syndergaard with a 3.61 ERA as a long reliever. So those were my best pitchers, unfortunately, in the pen. And yeah, so you can probably guess from my tone how this went. Let's go to the lineups now. All right, so let's, there we go. Show you my lineup. All my lineups here. Nothing too amazing with the order. All right, let's go to our stats. And just right here, you can see arranging by average. You can go full screen to see it. 260 was the highest average of a starter. Very disappointing. Edgardo Alfonso had 260 average, 11 homers, 61 RBIs. Cespedes, a big drop off from last season, going down to 22 homers, 84 RBIs, and 249 average. Cleon, 243 average, 9 homers, 38 RBIs. Strawberry, 242 average, 25 homers, 51 RBIs. Bonilla, 12 homers, 66 RBIs, 237 average. David Wright, 11 homers, 51 RBIs, and 232 average. Piazza, 11 homers, 61 RBIs, 224 average. Lindor, 207 average, 7 homers, 35 RBIs. And Beltran, 9 homers, 50 RBIs, 186 average, and 39 stolen bases. Cedeno had 23 stolen bases. Lindor had 11. Wright had 16. And Strawberry had 12. And Cespedes 11. So not great hitting. Not great hitting. The hitting has only gotten worse. So let's... I think we're ready to reveal the record. So let's go and head to the main screen here. So now that you have heard all of my stats, what do you think my record was? What do you think my fabulous record was? I'll reveal it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So as you can see, my record is 66 and 96, 30 games under 500. And unfortunately, we did get relegated, which is a disappointment. Let's go to our standings. Show you the relegation. I was in the bottom 4 right here. And the wild card, I was dead last. Standings, 27 games back. It was pretty bad this season. And yeah, so I am going to be relegated. Not totally surprised that I'm going to be relegated because we did really bad last season. But it does throw a big wrench into my plans moving forward. As you can see, let's go to the hitting leaders. It has been very strange that the hitting has dropped off in this game. look at this. This right here is the story. If you look at the home run leaders, 35 homers, 28, 27, 26, and 25. Kind of weird that the hitting has suddenly just dropped, free falled. Makes zero sense. So I think what I am going to do, and it pains me to say this because I've really enjoyed this series, and if you have watched my series, I hope you understand my decision, and I am going to put this on hold. I'm still going to play, and I'm still going to follow everything that's going on. I'm going to improve my team when I can, and when I get my team, if my team ever gets to the point that it's competitive again and pushing in the positive direction, then I will restart the series and then catch you up on everything that has happened with my team. But I feel that I am at a point in this game where I am at that wall that I have described, and kind of at the exact point that I had told you previously, that around September, October, I would be hitting this wall. And yeah, so I don't think my team can move forward. There is a player that just got put out, Kuzmin. So I haven't added him to my team yet, but I don't feel that adding him to my team would elevate my team significantly. I think it's the hitting that's the big issue here. And unfortunately, the hitting just does not work proper in this game. For whatever reason, all my hitters have just flatlined and gone all the way down. So it's very disappointing, I would say, that the game feels imbalanced. You look at your cards and you see the stats and you expect them to be better. You've got the combinator system that I was using, and that hasn't really done enough. So, and by the way, you see that I have 337 packs. I will be opening them. I don't know if I will put them on YouTube. Maybe I will this last one, but like I said, I may or may not put this pack opening on YouTube. But I'm leaning towards yes, and then making that the end. But as far as season updates, that will end. And yeah, I hope that my team can find its way, and maybe you'll get more updates. But there is a drive to the pennant mode in this game, and I might try that mode out pretty soon. And I don't think I will I'm not sure that I will do a full series on it, but maybe a review. And I'm probably going to do a perfect team review at some point as well. So, if you have watched my series, I want to thank you for watching my perfect team series. I appreciate it. And that's not the end of content on my channel. I've got some stuff coming up. I'm going to be doing a boxing career mode for Undisputed Boxing. That's coming right up. And yeah, going to be doing that, plus multiplayer afterwards. That's coming out on October 8th, and that's when that series starts. And it's one of my favorite games. It's also the one of the series that's doing the best on my channel. So if you're into boxing and other sports, then you can check that out. I'm also going to be focusing on other indie games now that I have concluded this. So to sort of branch out a little bit more and have time to do more content and focus on other things. So yeah, that is the end of this series, unless things turn around. And what I mean by if things turn around, I would have to get back to silver, and I would have to be competitive in silver and knocking on the door to gold. So if that ever happens, you'll get another update. But until then, I want to thank you for watching, and I appreciate all the comments for this entire series. If you've made a comment, I appreciate it. And you never know how this game is going to be. It's pretty much a random thing, and I've reached that point of no return, I feel, for this team. But hopefully, maybe we'll get lucky in the future. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.